Hello friends, in continuation to the previous session, we will discuss about control statements and loops in Python. Here now in this program, I will show another small program here. A list is initialized with these numbers 1 to 10. And we take here input from the keyboard using this input function, using this message enter a number, and typecasting the whole value taken from the keyboard by an int, means it will convert keyboard input to an integer and assign that integer a num value. Now here, if I check if the number taken from the keyboard is in this list, or that number is a member of this list. So I use the in operator here. I start with if, then after some space I write this expression, num in lst. lst is a list, this one here. So I check whether that num is present in this list. If num is present, then this in operator returns true, and it means the block of the if statement is executed. Number is in the list. Otherwise, if that number is not in the list, it means this if statement is false and this will not be executed, this else will be executed, and the number is not in the list is printed on the monitor. So that way the program will flow. I can check it on Jupyter here. There is same program, initializing list and using this. I can run this program here by clicking the run. It is asking for a number, enter a number. So I press, suppose I write 56 and press enter. So the message is number is not in the list. Again I run the program here. Again it is asking, suppose I press 7 here and press enter key. Number is in the list. This is a simple program. Now we will get some other programs. Using nested if, means if block inside and if block. You carefully see here, again the same statement. I take a number from input after prompting some message. I use here if statement and checking whether that number is greater than or equal to 0. If it is greater than or equal to 0, either greater than or equal to 0, then this whole statements, these are the body of this outer if. Outer if is this, and body means all the statements indented 4 spaces starting from the next line are the included in the body of this outer if statement. The body of this outer if statement contains itself an if and else block. You can see here, if num greater than 0, print positive number, else print 0 entered. Now first it checks whether number is either greater than or equal to 0. If it is either greater than or equal to 0, then it enters the body of this outer loop here. In this section, it first checks if number is greater than 0, means this is true, then it prints positive number entered. Otherwise, if number is equal to 0, then else is executed and it prints 0 entered, and the program exits the if else block. Now what happens if I enter some negative number? Then this outer if is not true. Num is not greater than or equal to 0. If this is not true, then the whole body of this outer loop, all these statements are ignored, and this one else, this you see that this else correspond to this if, outer if. Hence, if number is negative, the whole body of the outer if statement are neglected, and program goes to this else, which is related to the outer if block. So if statement is executed and a message is printed that negative number entered, I can run this program. I have saved this code in a file if else nested.py, and just I run this program on the Python interpreter terminal here. I just type Python and file name. It asks to enter a number here. If I suppose I enter 78, positive number entered is displayed. If again I run a program and enter some negative number, minus 56, see here message is negative number entered. So this is an example of nested if. We have to take care that this outer if is related with this last else, and this inner if is related with this inner else. Again, one is a case where I use nested if else block. In first statement here, I take a number from the keyboard with a message assigned to A, and B is assigned again to another number taken from the keyboard. Now I assign ch variable to another number taken from the keyboard with a message like this: enter your choice plus or minus. When I run this program, A, B, C will be initialized, where A is typecasted to int, B is typecasted to int. These are numbers, whereas ch is a string. It may be string or a single character. So I have shown here plus or minus. Means if I enter plus from the keyboard, means typing plus and then press the enter key, this plus character will be saved as ch. Now the first statement here, if statement, checks whether ch, means whatever I entered from the keyboard, is equal to this plus character. If this is equal to plus, means this is true, and its statement sum is equal to A plus B is added. Now you see this if statement is a compound statement after colon, and it contains in its block two statements. So if this is true, if ch is equal to plus, then all the two statements will be executed. First, A and B will be added and assigned to sum, then sum is equal to whatever sum is there is printed. Suppose this is not true. Suppose I have not entered plus, but I have entered minus. Then this ch is equal to plus will be false. then it will go to the next test, the elif test, and in the process it will skip these two statements of if. In the elif statement, we again check whether this ch is equal to minus, means whether character entered from keyboard is a minus character. If this is true, then again we check here using nested if. You see here this elif block contains this compound statement, if and else block, and all these statements, 4 lines, are to the right of this elif, spaced 4 away, 4 spaces. If ch is character entered is minus, then this will be true, elif will be true. Then all these 4 statements will be checked and executed. As a next step, we check if a greater than b. If a is greater than b, then this print difference is equal to a minus b will be printed. Otherwise, if a is not greater than or equal to b, suppose if a less than b, in any case this else will be printed. This else statement will be executed, and it contains only single statement here, again indented by 4 spaces here. This print difference is equal to b minus a, means if a is greater than b, then I print a minus b. If b is greater than a, then I print b minus a. Again this else, this one else correspond to this if. You see this if, the upper first if, and this elif and this last else are at the same level. It means if character entered is neither plus, it is neither minus, means if and elif statements will not be executed, then at last it will go to the here else will be executed, and else contains a single statement, wrong choice, and program will come to end. We can run this program. Here I am running. Taking the file name, go to the Python interpreter and type Python, then file name. Enter first number. Suppose as a first number I enter 7. Enter second number. Suppose I entered 12. Enter your choice, plus or minus. If I press plus and press the enter key, it prints the sum is 19. Again, if I press run the program same, enter a number. Suppose I enter 5, and then I press 3 and enter. Now I press minus this sign. It subtracts 5 minus 3 and prints 2. Suppose here, if I neither press plus or nor press minus, what happens then? Enter number 7, enter number 9. Suppose I press something else. Suppose I press like this one, small bracket. You see, wrong choice will be printed. So this program runs like this. This is a nested if else. I am using if, elif, and in the body of elif, I again write here if and else block. this is for if a is equal to y, if x else z. I can check here this code. In my Jupyter here. In Jupyter, I can create a new cell. Like if I am in any cell, click any cell and create a cell above it. You see here a new cell is created here, and as a comment I write here whatever I have here. Now if I initialize a variable, suppose x is equal to 2. And y is equal to y is equal to 3. Then p is equal to y if x else 4, and print the value of p. If I run this program, this statement p is equal to y if x else 4. P is initialized by testing some conditions. It is interpreted like this: P is y, P equal to y if this statement of means statement between if and else is true, means if x is true. If x is true, then p becomes y. Otherwise, if x is false, then this else is executed and p is equals 4. We see here x I have initialized with 2. So x is 2, and in Python any number is true, any positive or negative number. 0 is false. So this is true if x, means if 2 is true, hence p is equal to y, that is y is equal to 3. So p is initialized to 3, and if I run this program, then it results to 3. So this is a short form of if else. We can also use it. Now we test some match statements newly added in Python. And these are equivalent to switch statements used in Java and C++ languages. It works like this. Status is equal to this one. I have taken input from keyboard by using input function and typecasting the value by int function. Then status becomes that number. I use match keyword, and between match and this colon I use some here expression. If now this expression, this status will be checked one by one. Here case by case. First case is using the case statement, and between case and this column, I put here some expression, it is 200. It means status will be compared to this case, means 200. If status is 200, then this case, first case will be true, and its body contains single statement. Print OK, request was successful will be printed, and program will not check other cases. All the other cases will be ignored. And at last, if no one case matches, then the default case is this one, using an underscore, and print this unknown status will be printed. Lastly, this last print statement, thanks, is out of this match statement. Means whatever I take here from the keyboard, each will be matched with all the cases using this match keyword and the variable taken from the keyboard. And after colon, with indentation from the next line, I use different cases. Case 200, if that status is equal to 200, then this is true, and this statement print OK will be executed. Otherwise, if this status is not equal to 200, then this will be skipped, this statement. It will check with another case, case 301. If this is equal to 301, then this block will be executed and program will come out of this match block. If this is also not true, then this case 400 will be checked. If its status is equal to 400, then this will be true, and this block will be executed and program comes out of the block. Likewise, if each case means value of status with each numbers will be compared, 401, 403, and that statement in which case that number is matched will be executed and program will come out of this match block. If no one case is matched, neither it is 200, not 300, not any number of the cases, this last default will be executed. It is case underscore then colon, and it contains single statement. We can write here many statements with some indentation. This unknown status will be printed. And lastly, program will come out of the match, means this print thanks will be printed. I can run this program, then printer using this. The match error start file. This is not file, this file is not in my directory, so it is showing no such file or directory. It means the file which you want to run should be in your current directory. So I may run this program in, if it is available in Jupyter here. Yeah, the code is here. The same code which I have shown to you here. The same code. I want to run, then I click in this cell and click the run statement here. Like here. Enter the error code. Message is printed, and if I entered 401 and press enter, so it prints like here I entered 401 and it means unauthorized user has not provided valid credential. This is an HTTP internet error message for port 401. So that is printed, and lastly the last statement thanks is printed. So this like way these match statements are run. And if I enter any number not within the cases, suppose what happens if I run it program again. I press something number 708. You see the unknown status is printed. Means this last case, yeah. If no one case matches, then this case underscore. Actually, underscore in Python is a take all sign. If nothing matches, then it will match with underscore. It is used commonly. Now, I will talk about while loop. Loop means repeating same statements or executing same statements again and again and exiting whenever some specific condition is met. While loop contains a header line with a text expression and a body of statements. Optionally, I can provide else part, and that is executed only if only if the control exits the loop without a break statement. So I can also use else or break statements inside while loop, but we will see about this later. First, I will start with simple while loop statements here. Syntax is like this, using while keyword. After some space, give a test expression. It may be anything which may be evaluated true or false, and this one colon. This line, first line, is called a header line. It tests some condition, and if this condition is true, means if test is true, then body of the while will be executed here. And again, it may be executed till this test condition is true. If I don't provide else, it is optional. Else will also run if initially at the first instance test is false. Means if the body of the while loop is never executed, first time only this test is false, then in case else will be executed. We will see the first program. X is initialized to 1. I using while keyword, and between while and this colon there is a test expression x less than is equal to 10. We see here means if x is less than or is equal to 10, then it will be true and we will enter the body of the while loop. Body of the while loop contains two statements. First is print statement. Another is x is equal to x plus is equal to 1, means x is equal to x plus 1. X is incremented, 1 is added to the x value. And after executing once these two statements, program again goes to the header. This test expression is tested. If it is again true, then again this body is executed. Again this x will be incremented, and after the second statement, program will again go to the header and test this expression. So I see the body of the statement, body of this while loop means the two statements will be executed again and again till this x less than is equal to 10 is false. Whenever it becomes false, then program will come out of the while loop, means while loop contains this block, only this block. Coming out of the while loop block means printing this end of program. So you see here x is equal to 1. While x less than is equal to 10. First x is 1, 1 is less than is equal to 10 means this is true. Now these two statements will be executed. It will print first the x value of x. It will print 1, and at the end it will print a comma, not go in the new line, because I have provided a argument to the print function here, end is equal to comma, means print here x value, that is 1, and this comma, and this again x is incremented by 1, x becomes 2. Then after executing these two statements of the while loop, program will go in the header, and again x less than is equal to 10 means x become 2, 2 less than is equal to 10 is again true. Then again this will be executed. Again it will print 2 and then comma, and this x will be incremented by 1, means x becomes 3. Now again it will go to the here, and 3 is less than 10 is again true. Then it will test the value of x and execute these two statements again. Suppose if x becomes 10, then 10 less than is equal to 10 is true. Print 10 means 10 will be printed. X will be incremented by 1 means x will become 11, and program will go here to the header, and 11 is less than is equal to 10 is false, because else x is 11, that is greater than 10. While test is false means program will exit the while loop and go to the here, print end of the program will be printed. So we can see here that these two statements are only in the body of the while loop. I can run this program. You see here the output is 1, 2, 3, 4 as desired. It prints 1 to 10. Whenever x becomes greater than 10 means 11, it exits the loop, and lastly this end of program is printed. In this program I use while loop and also an if statement inside while loop. Actually I want to display odd numbers between two numbers, between 1 and 10 here. I initialize x is equal to 1, I initialize y is equal to 10, and I print here odd numbers between 1 and 10 are as below. Just a message. Here goes the while loop. I use while, then this is the test condition after space, x less than is equal to y, then using this column in the header. Now x less than is equal to y. Here x is equal to 1, y is equal to 10 means x is less than y. 1 is less than 10 is true first time. And the body of the while loop contains this this, you see this, these 3 lines indented with 4 spaces on the right side. I dry run this program. First, x is 1, y is 10, means 1 is less than or equal to y is true. Now true means program executes the body of while loop. In the body, first I use if statement and this test expression, x less than or equal to 0. But now my x is 1, means 1% 2. Percent 2 is a modulus operator. So 1% 2, if I divide 1 by 2, it will not equal to 0. It will not be 0, and means not equal to 0. This means this will be true. Since 1 is not equal to 0, then this 1 will be printed, then at the end comma will be printed here. After executing this one, this compound statement, it will again increment the x value. X is equal to x plus 1. X will become 2 now, and it will go for the next iteration, means after executing these 3 lines, it will go here. Again, x, if it will check whether x less than or equal to y. Now x has become 2, then 2 is less than or equal to 10. That is true, means it will enter the body. Again it will check this if 2% 2 not equal to 0. You see here 2% 2, if we divide 2 by 2, remainder will be 0. So not equal to 0 is false. False means it will not execute the body of this if. It will go out of this if block and execute this expression. X plus equal to 1 means x will be incremented to 3. Now x will become 3, and again it will go to the header of the while. The 3 will be tested with y. 3 less than or equal to y is true. Again, if 3% 2 not equal to 0, if we divide 3 by 2, the remainder will be 1. So 1 is not equal to 0 is true, means it will print 3 and comma also. And again this will execute, means x will be incremented to 1 4. Go here, then 4% 2, remainder will be 0. Remainder will be 0 means it will not print the 4 and x will be encrypted 5. Lastly, when x is greater than 10, if x is greater than 10, means this is false. X less than or equal to y is false. Then program will exit the while loop. Exiting while loop means exiting the body of the while loop, all these statements, and program will execute this statement, means print n. In the summary, the program will print only odd numbers here, 1 3 5 7 9. And lastly, after executing the whole iteration of while loop, it will print n. You see here 1 3 5 7 9 are printed, and lastly end is printed. Again, this is a program to find the sum of first n natural numbers. In this program, first I initialize a variable I is equal to 1, then another variable I is equal to sum is equal to 0. Whenever want to keep or add many values, we initialize the some values, some variable to 0, because initially it doesn't store any value. Again, I taking number from the keyboard here, then I testing while I less than equal to num. Suppose I take some value here. So suppose I take 5 from the keyboard, then it will check while I less than equal to num, means 5. I is 1. So I is 1 here. If I take 5 from the keyboard, it will check 1 is less than equal to 5. It is true. True means body of the while loop. These two statements will be executed. These two statements. In the first here, sum is plus is equal to I, means sum is equal to sum plus I here. Sum is equal to sum plus I. Its short form is sum plus is equal to I. Now initially sum is equal to 0 and I is equal to 1. So 0 plus 1 means 1, and that 1 value will be assigned to this sum. Sum will become here 1, and I plus is equal to 1 means I is incremented by 1, means I now becomes 2. Now after this block of statements of the while loop, again program will go to the header and check this expression. Now I becomes 2. Again it will check 2 less than is equal to 5, that is true. Then again it will execute these two statements. Firstly it will add sum is equal to sum plus 1. Previously sum was 1, now I is 2. So here right of the equal to sign is this sum means the previous value, that is 1, and I is now 2. So right side expression becomes 1 plus 2 means 3. This sum will become 3, the new value, and this I will be incremented by 1, means 2 plus 1 means 3. Again this will be checked, and 3 is less than 5. Then again this 3 will be added, because previously sum is 3, and this again 3 plus 3 6, sum will become 6. So likely this will repeat until this I less than is equal to num is true, means whenever I becomes 6 it will exit, means it will just go up to from I to 5 is equal to 1 to 5, and within its body it will add every I to the sum. Initially sum was 0, and after each iteration it will add the previous sum to the new I, means firstly 0 plus 1, then 1 plus 2, then 1 plus 2 plus 3, likewise up to 5 will be added. So it will print the sum of all the numbers up to the number I have taken from the keyboard. I can run this program here and show the result. Suppose I take here 5. Sum of the first 5 numbers is 15. 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 becomes 15. If I again run this program and suppose I enter here 6, you see 21 is added. If I again run here and press 7, 28 will be the sum. Likewise it will run, and this is a simple program for executing the while loop. In the next program I will show further loops using break, continue and else type of statements. Thank you.